The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought with it being such a unique thing that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. Things like that. And it's just a unique film of him.
He says, I beat you. He says, they say we came in under the dead heat. He says, that's not true because I beat you. And the American said, well, he says, if you like to think so, he says, but I know the real story. He says, I know I clearly won that one. See?
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah. You know I be on the way. Man on a mission, I'ma get it, you know I be on the way. Yeah, it's all hard, ain't no fear here. You ain't giving it to all, you steer clear. Never beat, I've been down and I reappear. You got some money on the line, you better put it here. Rolling in and doing that work.
Bringing you sex, sass, and style. Buckle up and unlock your imagination for a fun adventure with these death-dealing dames. They sail the galaxy in search of spoils. The most dangerous acquisition, and the most fruitful, are the legendary Splinters of Yggdrasil. The Splinters are magical artifacts forged from the Tree of Life that wreak havoc on the universe. The missions are perilous, but the bounty is glorious. Enjoy our hyper-fictional wonderland. How is a pirate ship sailing through space? 'Cause magic. How do they heal so quickly after battle? 'Cause magic. How are they able to communicate through jewelry? 'Cause magic. It's all about the characters. Abo, rough, robotic, ready. Mo, carefree, callous, courageous. Mistress Graven, daring, diplomatic, dominating. Betsy, academic, accountable, aristocratic. Nefara, ancient, assured, adrenaline junkie. Bruto, proud, prominent, protective. Fisty, independent, incendiary, invigorating. Roxy, superficial, scarred, secretive. Once you get to know this diverse crew of mythical miscreants, you'll be anxious to find out what trouble they'll get into on the next episode. Go to abogrizzly.com and order both halves of the first episode today.
Hey yo, you know why? You know what time it is? It's 3:15. You know why we're here? To hang out with this guy and that guy and look at all their cool stuff. That's pretty much what this is about. So, I did want to focus on one thing real fast before you guys get started.
We missed you.
Yeah.
What?
I hope
Yes.
you did good on the golf course.
Last Sunday.
Oh, no, I had a blast. No problem there. Had a good time. I wanted to share something with you guys real quick, though.
It's not pornographic, is it?
No. Our sponsor is in the last few hours of the Slaughterville campaign. And just got funded, just got the 75 backers, just got funded. Well, I want it to
Awesome.
be bigger than me. Come on, do this right. There you go. Oh, 76 backers. Look at that. I lied. Last day, you guys, last chance. 5 hours left. Slaughterville, I've been talking about the games, the comics, all the stuff that Chris is into at Lappin' Rogue. Go check it out. One thing I wanted to focus on real quick is this number right here. This number right here. Chris has backed 187 Kickstarter projects. He's a huge supporter of what all you guys do. Give him some love right now. 5 hours.
So that shows on Kickstarter what you backed as a backer.
Yeah, he's
Wow,
backed
that's
187 Kickstarters and some
did he
Indiegogos
put
too.
that in
Just
there, or
saying.
does Kickstarter do it?
No, they do it. They put it up there when you're a creator. See, it says 10 created and 187 backed. This is his 10th campaign on Kickstarter, and he's backed 187 people. That's like 18-1, yo. Go show this dude some love. I'm just saying. All right. You guys got a good show, right? What do you got going on, man?
Nick Cardy today.
Yeah.
Talking about Nick Cardy.
Cool. Manta, Shadow, everybody hanging out. We got Chris over there at Flash Delirium was happening.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna get this out of your way and get out of you guys' way and give you the floor, gentlemen. Who's going first?
All right, who wants to go first, Dave?
I think Rex can go first today.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm ready
All right,
for you.
I'm gonna go in the back and play with toys. You guys have fun.
Enjoy, Pops.
You can't do. Wait.
Too late. He's gone.
What?
Too late.
What? What do you need? What do you need?
Go play with toys. You've got to moderate.
These kind of toys.
Okay.
Keep an eye on the chat as well, Pop.
These kind of toys where I put up like stuff and things and do stuff and things. These are my toys. There you go.
Well, Nick Cardy was one of those artists that I don't know a lot about, but I know his style, and I know, he's big with the Teen Titans.
Okay.
There's the cover to number 27, where they're on the moon, and Wonder Girl's being carted off by energy alien there, I suppose, with Robin and the rest of the Teen Titans in the background. I believe he did these side characters too of the Teen Titans.
Oh, right.
Old 15 Center. He also did a lot of Aquaman. We'll be seeing some Aquaman. But now here's a later. This is Teen Titans number 25, page 7. Sadly, I didn't get the dialogue with it. It's just the artwork and the word balloons. But some 60 go-go dancers in cages.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the one I was looking for.
He had a very clean style.
He did.
Yeah, I like this one. Yeah, for obvious reasons. And then Hawk and Dove were part of the Teen Titans back then too. Same way. It's just it does have the sound effect drawn in there by him. The gun going off. This is issue 25, page 16. Now, if you put those up there, I'll have to kind of crawl over it. Guy getting shot in the head.
A nice simple layout as well, isn't it?
Yeah, like the rounded,
sort of a
elongated,
widescreen
the tension.
Your fans love you, Rex. I got to put their comments up.
Oh, okay. I love them too. And then here the gentleman's dying. I guess Flash is going off to get help at super speed. This is 25, page 17, where the gentleman who got shot in the head or grazed on the head. I don't know if he dies or not.
It's nice to see. I was going to say it's nice to see some original art because I don't really have any like you do.
Well, these are production pieces.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to see it in black and white.
Yeah.
You can see the different weights. This is from a later issue, Teen Titans 29, page 2. Like he did whoever this character is talking to Aqualad, all in black, like a silhouette, but the hair is so kind of nice. Aqualad there, other Titans. I guess he's having a rant because he looks like he's storming off there in that second panel.
Does a bit.
Maybe all he needed was some water. I'm going for a swim. I don't know. Now this is going back in Aquaman's lore. This is one of his first appearance. Showcase presents presents Aquaman number 33, page 5. So that's when Aquaman was making, an appearance in Showcase. It wasn't. Now Aquaman goes all the way back to the Golden Age.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
So this is not like so many that were featured in Showcase. It was their first appearance, but this is an early Silver Age appearance in Showcase, in one of the early showcases. Maybe a picture of Atlantis there. I'm not really sure. I try and marry up the books. This one I thought was interesting because he's trying to say Mira, which he married, one of the earliest, maybe the first marriage in comics. And he's fighting sort of a phantom diver, a phantom villain here. He's kind of transparent. So I thought that was pretty cool. He's kind of got him in a backward thing, and then he's thrown and battling Aquaman.
Quite good,
that is Aquaman 24, page 11. And then here we get to see his son, which was kind of a strange story. His son, Mira and Aquaman had a son, and they had a child who sadly is later killed, in the comics, but he was a thing. And in this story, he turned into a teenager for a short period of time. You actually get to see the transformation of him back into the little child that he began out with some of the Atlanteans there, the Atlantean doctor and whatnot, with a very menacing looking syringe there. This is Aquaman 25, page 21. And see him as a teenager there, and then shrinking down as a child. You must get your vaccine, I guess. And then this was an interesting page, I thought, because it's a explosion. When suddenly, mysteriously, Aquaman and Ocean Master are torn apart as by some mighty invisible force. A great cataclysm shakes the depths in every direction, with all the nice sound effects. It looks like Batman here with his cape, but it's Ocean Master. You have Mira up here with the little child, and Aqualad also being thrown. Just a big,
I like that
page. Like, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Different.
It is different. I don't think I've ever seen a splash page look like that before.
Well, it's not a splash page. This is actually page 6 of the story of Aquaman 37, but he treated it as one big scene.
Yeah.
So kind of nice. And then what's interesting about these, because I really researched them, this is from, I don't have it marked here, but it's up here. It's from June 1969. It is Brazilian. The dialogue is in, except for the title, Aquaman, is in Portuguese. And this is they took a panel out of. Oh, I looked this up a long time ago and didn't record it back here on the back, but either one of the early showcases or one of the Aquaman, they just took a panel and blew it up and made it into a cover.
Right.
Here's Aqualad and Aquaman, a bunch of swordfish. This is a cover. It doesn't have all the information like the issue number and everything on there, just the title, Aquaman. So that tells me it probably wasn't printed in black.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what's going on. Like I say, this is just a panel. I would have to get out my showcase.
Yeah.
Kind of like the Marvel Essential reprint books on Aquaman, and it would find it. I don't know that I ever found this one. This I think this is based on Nick Cardy. Now, if it was another artist that went over it, kind of looks like Nick Cardy. Might have been somebody mimicking him. This is this is Emball that does them. As far as the numbering, I can't tell what's going on, but it has a little bit more of the information. These are a little bit larger. These are what I'd call like a medium-sized transparency. This is a magazine board and bag, which is pretty big, right, to sit a magazine in. And still, I don't have these things flapped over because they're a little bit, they're about 3/4 of an inch larger than the magazine board. So you have some hangover. But I definitely, they probably did the same thing. They took it from a panel. I don't think I ever found this panel, though, in early Aquaman. Now, I know Aquaman for a long time was a backup feature in Adventure Comics. He was kind of a secondary character till the Filmation cartoon came out, and I loved the Filmation cartoon. He had a walrus that went on their adventures called Tusky. And Aqualad, of course, was with Aquaman on the adventures. And, of course, Black Manta is probably his biggest villain, right?
Yeah, we didn't get the cartoons over here, Now,
I'm not sure I didn't look up a picture of Nick Cardy. Maybe you can do that, Dave, just to see. I'm kind of curious what Nick Cardy looks like. Of course, I guess it depends on what era, get that phone out and look, or maybe you have a book. Okay. So can you blow that up, Pops, or are you playing with your toys? Okay. All right. That's kind of later in life. Do you have an early one of him? A good shot of an early one? I asked for a good reason. He may have drawn himself in on this cover here. Which one is he? Sitting down?
I think he's the one that sat down.
Sat down. He's got quite a prominent nose there, doesn't he? Or it looks like in that. Well, this might be him.
Okay.
He's an artist here on the cover. This is from Beyond the Unknown, number 24. This is from my Adler collection. It's an approval cover. He says, wow, not even I believe a monster like this could ever exist. And he's drawing it in on the comic page. Stories to stagger the imagination from beyond the unknown. And the creature that he's drawing on the page is coming through the window. Pops, can you switch us around? There we go. Thank you. So I just wondered if that was Nick Cardy,
Yeah, I think it could be. It kind of looks a bit like him.
Yeah. Great 20 cent, double bullet here.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those DC comics with a circle at either side at the top.
It's interesting just to see what he's got on the page there.
Yeah.
And somehow he's drawing it in full color. The rest is kind of penciled in, but creature coming in the window after him. That might be Nick Cardy.
I think it's the same. I think it's the same creature as what's on the page, isn't it?
Yeah, no, there was a Brave and the Bold that, yeah, it is. The Jim Aparo at the art desk, and there's a Brave and the Bold cover like that. Here's another. Now, in the early 70s, 71, 72, 73, all during that time, of course, there was a monster craze. My first Marvel was from this book. This is a reprint of some of them Vampire Tales.
Oh, yeah.
And so monsters were in, things like Man-Thing, Swamp Thing came out around that time. So monster magazines out of Marvel, especially, as I say, my very first Marvel anything was that Vampire Tales, and I think that was in 73 or 74. So the monster craze in the early 70s was big. And Texas Chainsaw Massacre came out in the movies. There was, Rosemary's Baby in 1969, I think. Bunch of horror movies as always. Vampire movies, different things. So the comics reflected that, and they had a lot of titles. Here's Ghost. If you don't believe in Ghost, we challenge you to read True Tales of the Weird and Supernatural. Kind of like an anthology. I guess it had more than one story.
It did. It did, because
then they generally featured one here, and then somehow worked the titles that you'd be reading, the story titles on the cover, which is pretty neat. This is Nick Cardy, hand coming out of the children's play box, sandbox, grabbing the dog.
I have some of those issues, Rex.
And it seemed like Nick Cardy, on the covers I've seen, the stuff that I have, he had a lot of children. He drew children in and their reactions all the time on these things. I guess because comics were for kids, right?
Well,
then kids could relate to, reaction. I did look these up. I had a split panel here of Aquaman, Hawkman, and thought maybe this side might be Nick Cardy, but it was someone else. Howard Purcell, I think. And then I'm doing this from memory. I looked this one up thinking that this was Nick Cardy, but it is somebody else. But it kind of looked like his style. Big explosion, war. You might know the name if I could remember it. This is Ghost number 14. Not that great a shape, but these things were meant to be torn up and thrown away. And this one was given to me by my friend Elsie. He's given me a lot of these. We bought a bunch of them and whatnot. So there's the bride. In the mirror, she's reacting to her being a skeleton.
Yeah.
And then The Bride Who Wore a Shroud is the title of that. And then you see the other 3 stories that would have been in the comic down there below. They always worked it in like on a scroll here or in boxes or whatnot. Here's an acetate, Ghost number 16, all done by Nick Cardy. Thinking this is the Mothball Ghost out of all these stories. Kind of a strange swamp-like entity. Ghost was kind of a generic title, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, because it had all kinds of stories in that.
It's Midnight, The Witching Hour, number 34. I Died Last Night is the name of the story. Sort of a Huckleberry Finn type character. This is number 34. And these were some of the last ones I bought because they were cheaper. The horror titles, I guess, are kind of one-offs, and so they're not as popular as if it was like the Justice League or the Titans or something like that. So, and they're not superhero oriented. But you know, I tried to get like the Creature from the Black Lagoon ones that, you know, that's kind of reminiscent of this. Sort of a Huck Finn kid, getting a drink of water after fishing, has his fishing, old cane fishing pole there, and out of the whale comes this creature after him. That's part of the Adler collection. And then here's, speaking of Justice League of America, this was one of their annual team ups with this time you know, these old Fawcett characters. The Human Bomb, he made his first appearance in Police Comics #1 with, do you know who, Dave? Who was in Police Comics #1, made their big, along with the Human Bomb? You don't? Plastic Man. Jack Coe's Plastic Man. But the Human Bomb back here, you have the Ray, you have Uncle Sam, and you have the Black Condor, and they're going up against the Justice League, which is, I think, a mixture of all three, because you have Dr. Fate here, the original Dr. Fate, which was from Earth 2, and you have Sandman from Earth 2, and you have Superman, Batman. So I think they mixed them up. They had just bought Fawcett stuff and was bringing in some of these Fawcett characters, so it's sort of a collision type character where they're going to go at it. Uncle Sam going to fight Superman, Black Condor going to battle Batman.
Yeah, I've seen
Bomb
some of the covers very much like that.
Suit.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was just saying, I've seen similar covers done for other superhero stories as well, similar style to that, where they're heading for each other.
Now this one right here is the cover to one of the editions of the Showcase reprints that are all in black and white. They used this particular cover for it, so I was kind of thrilled about that. And I have a Bernie Wrightson out of the that's also used on the cover, so it's really neat that I have the production artwork for those comics, and on the reprints they made it on the cover. This is House of Mystery. I have a bunch of House of Mystery. I don't know if I have this one again. Children here. He did a lot of things with the horror with children, I guess, trying to appeal to those kids. This has the ads printed on the back, so it's an untrimmed approval cover with a little bit of bigger margin around it. This is House of Mystery 208. Closed, No One Dies Today at the cemetery, with the sort of Grim Reaper and the kids there reacting to him at the gate. I don't think I'd want to go in there.
I don't
if they were thinking about going in there. Do you dare enter the House of Mystery? All these in the early 70s, 20 cent. I had to look this one up because whoever inked this, it looks like a Nick Cardy from her face, and it is a Nick Cardy because I looked it up. But whoever inked this particular Witching Hour cover kind of made it look different from Nick Cardy, so I definitely wanted to look this one up. This is a werewolf cover, I assume. You don't see his face, but you see his hands. This is number 22 of which It's Midnight, the Witching Hour. He was good on reactions, shock reactions and things like that.
Yeah, he was, wasn't he?
But just the inking on that made it look a little different than your usual Nick Cardy stuff. Of course, the witch here, and then it was pretty neat. They had a word balloon around the whole logo there. The witch kind of being the mascot of the. So show me what you got, brother.
Okay, Rex. Well, I've got two books on Nick Cardy, so we'll start off with it. We'll start off with this one.
Okay.
This is The Art of Nick Cardy.
Wow, enjoying a leisurely moment in the hot tub, maybe?
Yeah.
Wow.
And this is the back
cover. It looks like some of his painted stuff.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like the Avengers there. It may not be, but it
I'm not too sure.
Yeah. Looks kind of English, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, the Creeper. Yeah, I've seen that. I actually have a magazine on there with that Nick Cardy cover with the Creeper and all the other Justice Leaguers or whoever.
So the first page here is a background from 1970, panel detail from The Brave and the Bold 91. So I'll just show you that. It's a bit faint, so you might not be able to see it too well.
Okay. Yeah, we'd see it good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. It has a signature there. Very clean signature.
Yeah, on that side.
Legible.
Yeah.
Printed.
This is the introduction page.
Yeah. Another Titans there.
Yeah.
Where she kind of grows up from. Wonder Girl was kind of like, he was good with portraiture, wasn't he?
It was 1995, I think that is.
Yeah. Is that supposed to be him?
Yeah, it's a self-portrait.
Okay.
1995.
Okay. He's looking a little Einstein there with that hair.
Yeah, he is a bit, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Yeah, Wonder Girl's kind of an interesting character, of course. I think she was supposed to be a younger Wonder Woman when she first came out, but her popularity, I'm not sure about this whole story, but her popularity was, she kind of became her own, character.
Yeah. Well,
instead of being a younger version, because they had a baby Wonder Woman too.
Right. Well, this drawing's from. It says it's from the cover of Teen Titans 23.
Okay. That would have been around the time of those other pages I showed you from 25 and
1969.
The Teen Titans were another group that made their first appearance. And
it's a very young Nick Cardy.
Yeah, I mean, when was he born? Was he born in the 1800s?
He was born on the October the 16th, 1920.
1920. Okay, so not quite as old as what I thought. Okay.
No.
Yeah, you don't dress kids like that anymore.
You don't.
I guess I could have looked at the pants with those high socks and
true.
The teens in the 20s. Yeah, there's Aquaman holding Mira. A lot of people know his work from Aquaman and Teen Titans, but as you saw from what I showed you, he did a lot of horror covers. Wow, that's a bit of business, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that picture.
Yeah. I guess that's an early drawing done by him.
It is. It says it's 1933.
Wow.
Crow quill pen drawing of the Lower East Side neighborhood of Orchard Street in New York City, drawn at the age of 13. So he was 13 when he drew that.
13 when he drew that. Amazing.
13.
Is that not amazing, Pops? I mean,
it's amazing, isn't it?
In 1930, or was it 33?
30. Well, he was
early 30s anyway.
Yeah, 1933.
Okay, 1933. Just think about that. Comics weren't even selling for a dime then.
No. And that's a drawing he did of his mother.
Of his mother. Okay.
In 1932, he was 12.
Interesting. You have some very nice books, Dave.
Yeah, thank you.
On artists. I'm thinking next week we might do just a character like Batman.
Yeah, we could do.
We'll just do Batman. How's that?
Yeah, we could do that. Lady Luck.
Yeah. Now she had a big old hat, I believe, and was dressed in green. If it's the Lady Luck that I'm thinking of, I think she's in that big old hat in the bottom panel.
Another page of Lady Luck there.
Yeah, it's nice to see it in the black and white, just to see the different white and black areas and how they balance out, and you can tell a lot. I mean, like she's there on the railing with the silhouette. That's a very nice panel.
Yeah, it is a nice panel, that.
You know,
And there's another
he
one
really
over
knew
here.
his craft, didn't he?
He did.
Very clean style. Look at that, in the water, and there's that hat dripping with water. Yeah.
Look at
Not
the
that
detail
familiar with
on that.
Lady Luck, but I know she goes way back, and
Hmm.
I didn't realize that Nick Cardy had drawn her.
Did you not?
I don't
Right.
think he was the only artist that drew Lady Luck.
Well, that was drawn in the early 40s, it says.
And was that Fawcett? Who published Lady Luck? Do you know?
I'm just looking to see. Not sure.
I think I have maybe a reprint or a book, something
Yeah.
on her.
It might be, Rex.
She's one of the more, obscure characters, unless
Yeah.
you've been collecting a while.
There's another one.
She probably does public domain. You could probably bring back Lady Luck. I had to look into that. What is that there?
It's Quicksilver.
Oh, Quicksilver. Okay.
Hmm.
So we're getting to see some golden age. So he was part of the golden age, part of the silver age, part of the bronze age.
Yeah.
Going up into the 70s. I don't know. Do you know when he died?
Not at the moment.
Okay. Maybe there at the start of the book, it'll tell you his life when he was born, when he died.
That's Peter Cardy. I'm just looking to see. I'm not sure at the minute, Rex.
Okay.
We'll have to look that one up.
No. Flint Baker. Never heard of that.
No, I haven't.
Sure doesn't look like Nick Cardy work, but some of the early stuff is some of the most interesting stuff, really.
Yeah.
Of some artists. Jane Martin, yeah.
Betty
Betty
Bates.
Bates, Lady of Law. Wow.
Yeah.
And then what is that? Stunt Taylor. Weird Stories of the Supernatural.
Yeah,
Stuart. I'm sorry.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. That looks interesting. That almost looks like a Buck Rogers or Flash Gordon type futuristic.
Yeah, it's more early 40s stuff anyway.
Yeah.
As you can see.
So he got in just as a young man on the Wonder Boy. He got in on, comics in their heyday.
Yeah.
Lost World. Yeah. Is that Don Glory?
Yeah.
Some of the champion of democracy.
Yeah, I think so.
It's pretty sad we're a republic. It's cringeworthy when I hear any politician say democracy. I mean, yes, we practice democracy, but we're a republic. We're kind of post-republic right now. They're trying to tear it all down, but
there's another panel.
wow. Yeah, war scene, isn't it? Explosions, stuff, yeah, smoke.
There's another
That
one
is war.
there.
War is nasty.
Yeah.
Interesting gray toning there.
Yeah.
I guess he probably did an ink wash on that.
Well, the one I
Water
showed.
down your ink.
Well, the one I've just showed now was done in 1945. It was from his wartime sketchbook.
Okay.
And the other one was a mixed media watercolor sepia wash drawing before.
All the stuff I had on him was like that I showed you that was, and I have a few other pieces, not today, but pulled, but were from like the 60s or early 70s. Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
It's a nice drawing, isn't it?
I would say most people know Nick Cardy, though, from like his Aquaman stuff, his Teen Titans stuff.
Yeah, I would say so.
During the 70s and stuff.
Yeah.
He did put a lot of children, in his covers, which is that I've seen. That's kind of interesting. He really played to the child angle of comic books.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it tell what starlet that is?
So what
Not sure by looking at it.
it says,
Kind of has a Jane Russell look, but
Senorita Rio. Fiction
Okay.
House is Senorita Rio. Oh, that's the cover right at the bottom there, though.
Oh, okay.
That's that.
Senorita Rio. These odd titles.
Yeah, there is some, isn't there?
There were some odd titles in the Golden Age for
Well,
sure.
there's a cover here called it's called Handy Crosswords, crossword magazine cover, watercolor. Nick's wife served as a model, so that's that.
Oh, Nick Cardy's wife served as a model.
Yeah, for that that cover.
Handy crosswords. Wow.
Handy,
So he
handy
didn't just do
crosswords.
comics.
No.
Does it have a date on that?
Yeah, 1946 to 1953. So that was 1948.
He did okay. So he did crosswords all during that time, covers.
Yeah.
That probably because the superhero market kind of fell out. You know, after the war.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Wow, did he do some jumbo comic covers? Wow,
he did. Yeah.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Some nice covers there.
Yeah, jumbo comics dealing with the jungle themed,
Yeah.
you know, like Sheena type women and wild animals and Tarzan and Kazar like things. Now he did Western. Yeah.
I think that was a newspaper strip, this one.
He probably worked in every genre. I wouldn't be surprised if he did romance comics, you know.
Yeah, I think he did, you know.
This
is a couple of pages of Tarzan.
Okay. So did Tarzan?
Yeah.
I mean, Nick Cardy's one of the greats. I don't think he gets the love that a lot of people that he deserves, you know, that I think he's probably overshadowed. But I mean, I've got to believe he was pretty popular in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah,
you know,
I would say so.
When he was doing Teen Titans, especially. He's got one of those really clean illustrative styles, much like Kurt Swan does.
This is another crossword puzzle cover as well, I believe.
Wow. Yeah, who wouldn't want to buy that? Sign me up.
Yeah, that's from 1948 crossword puzzle magazine cover. That one is.
So he would have went through the Great Depression time. He would have been part of that great generation that was eligible to fight in World War II. Do you know if he served in World War II? If he was in the military?
I'm not sure about
Looks
that.
like he went straight into comics. He might have got a 4F.
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
He wasn't eligible.
Not too sure. It's a selection of Daniel Boone covers there.
Oh, Daniel Boone, of course, Westerns. And so you're really seeing, you know, one artist come through the different phases of comics.
Yeah.
You know, Westerns really big in the 50s. I imagine those are 50s covers, aren't they?
Yeah, it's 1948 to 1961. It says the early DC years.
Okay, so 41 to 61.
48 to 61, yeah.
48. That makes more sense. 48 to 61.
That's it.
Then I imagine he started doing more superhero stuff as superheroes came about. And Westerns were kind of cooling off, I guess, in the 60s because there was more of a... Although there were a lot of Westerns in the 60s. Gangbuster, so he did like true crime type stuff.
He did, yeah.
That's awesome. Dave, I'm going to go check on my dog. I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's
She's
fine.
outside.
Rex.
There's a gorilla cover. Gorillas are very popular. House of Secrets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1957.
Of course, if
that
you
one.
score a cover, you know, if you're a cover artist, you get paid more money, huh?
Yeah, I'm guessing so.
Yeah, more than a page rate
Yeah.
than just having a
Tomahawk.
page. Tomahawk, yeah,
Yeah.
that was another one. Congo Bill,
Yeah.
early, yeah, and also appeared in like, I think Adventure Comics or Action Comics, maybe. One of the
Yeah,
two.
Congo. It says 1954 to 1955. Those Congo bills.
I've
Numbers
been
one
mad
to
at DC since 1983. I'll tell you why, because they did away with Adventure Comics,
right.
which is asinine. There's some of
There's
his
an
60s
and
Aquaman work.
Yeah.
At that point, probably out of Showcase, you know,
Yeah, I'm
early
guessing
60s.
so.
Yep,
There's an Aquaman cover.
very nice. Yeah, I'm going to go check on her. I'll be right back, dude.
Yeah, no problem. I'll just carry on. I'll just carry on.
Carry
So
on, as the British do.
That's the
Carry
one.
on.
So the next issue is Aquaman number 18 from 1964. That's the cover of that one. Look at that. See all the details there.
Looks pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not so bad, Pops. And we have a page here from 1967, introduction of Tula in Aquaman number 33. So that's that page. There we go. And then on this side, and let's just check what that is. It's a 1968 unpublished cover on that side. He's hanging on for dear life there, I think.
Looks like he's going swimming.
Sorry?
I said, it looks like he's about to go swimming.
Yeah, I'm just thinking that. 1968 cover of Teen Titans 17 next, which is this one here. That's quite a good cover. It's got Big Ben and the Tower of London Bridge there in the bottom. We've got a splash page to an unpublished version of Teen Titans 20 from 1968. That page there. And then on this side, we have another page of art. Condemned. That's from 1969, another unpublished art page. And we've got a splash page from Blind Spot, Teen Titans 28 on that side. And then another cover. This one's similar to one of the ones that Rex showed earlier, I think. Intruder of the Forbidden Crypt. And it's got Aqualad and Speedy in the back of that one, and that's from 1971, Teen Titans 35. This is a nice full page cover. Backlash. There we go. Will he save the West or ruin it?
Back when cowboys were men and men were cowboys.
Absolutely. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Now, this next page is 1968, page 19 of the first Backlash story. So that's an internal page. Are you there?
Gets the girl and everything. See how that works?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to roll out there, be the hero, get the spoils. Good old-fashioned westerns. I love it. Yeah, Sheriff.
Yeah,
He drew
that
just
one's from
about everything, didn't he?
splash page from Backlash 1. That one was, sorry. There you go.
Now, when you get books like this, do they just appeal to you? I mean, or did you have a connection with Nick Cardy? I mean, why do you have a couple good books on Nick Cardy?
Because I like to have a variety of books on a variety of artists, Rex.
Okay.
So when I see a book that I haven't got, I kind of add it to my collection of books, to be honest. But I like these books because they give you such a good variety of an artist's work over many years.
All right. Well, here's the big question: do you read these books?
No, that's another good question.
Okay, so there's Nick Cardy with, I recognize, Carmen Infantino.
Yeah,
and I think that's Julia Schwartz.
It might be actually, yeah.
Yeah, with the glasses, they're off to the side pointing.
Yeah, it says Nick. Oh, it says Nick Cardy center standing. Sorry, he wasn't sat down.
Right.
So Nick Cardy's
the gentleman sit down is Carmen Infantino. And the guy pointing is Julia Schwartz.
That's right. And the guy in the black jacket is Nick Cardy.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I know I met Julia Schwartz a couple of times in 85 and 86.
Well, that photo was taken from...
He goes all the way back to the pulps himself, I know.
Right. Well, that photo was taken in 1973, Rex.
And he's credited with the start of the Silver Age, bringing back the Flash in Showcase number 4 and early,
Yeah. Well, we have an example of Nick's caricature style from Plop number 4 from 1974 there.
Okay, so Plop, he did Plop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sergio Aragonés, who did Gru and a lot of the Mad Magazine stuff, he did Plop. Yeah. Jack Adler did a Plop cover with Basil Wolvington, who did a bunch of their covers. Basil Wolvington was one of those that were way out there artistically.
Got a small drawing there, down there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, he wants to show it off, doesn't he, Pops? I mean, if it's minuscule, if it's stamp size, he wants us to see it.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, but it just doesn't show up on camera. That's
the snag. Some of these smaller pictures don't come across too well, but I think these should come across all right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that cover. Isn't that like Superman, the Stormy Action Comics cover?
Yeah, that one there.
Yeah. With his parents, I think, in the clouds, like Jarrell, and
that's right.
Yeah. He did some Action Comics. I think he did some Adventure Comics covers.
Yeah.
Look at all those. Yeah. Wow. Superman. Yeah.
Yeah.
His own title, Superman.
Yeah. Superman at the dentist, by the looks of it.
At the dentist, taking out a tooth, and it looks like it hurts him.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I hope he's using kryptonite pliers.
And
we wonder why we fear the dentist. More Superman. Who can beat Superman? More Superman. Yeah. Carrying him away. Attack by the Army of Tomorrow. Of course, Neil Adams did that Superman streaking across the top there.
Yeah, I was thinking that. There's one of your Ghost covers.
Yeah, Ghost cover, although I didn't show that one. Yeah. No. The hearse came at midnight.
Yeah.
Apparently defied gravity. Now I have that Wonder Woman where they're fighting. Actually, that's a character that book's starting to go up. And it has Mars, God of War, in the background, lightly printed. Yeah. I actually have that Adler.
I think I might have that issue myself. I'm not too sure. I'd have to
that Ghost I showed you that I said wasn't in very good shape, and that one was given to me at the same time for Christmas, I think. It has some Flash and large Superboy. Gorilla again with Super Baby.
Yeah.
Defeated the gorilla. Stomping his and Secret Origins cover. I think I have that comic book.
Yeah, there's some nice covers in this book.
Yeah, Witching Hours. Yeah, Ghost. Yeah. A lot of titles that are forgotten today.
Yeah.
But the horror craze, you know, House of Secrets and Dark Mansion. Yeah. Sinister House. Yeah. They had the Sinister House, the House of Secrets, and the House of Mystery.
Forbidden Tales of Dark Mansion.
Mm-hmm. Some of these I don't even think I have, like Sinister House. I don't even think I have an example of a Sinister House in my collection.
Some crazy
magazines. Wow. Covers. Wow. Yeah. Now, Crazy was printed by Marvel.
Yeah, it was.
And was kind of like their Mad magazine.
Yeah, special.
And that little character there in the hat and coat and everything was kind of like the main character of Crazy. Just Deadly Hands of Kung Fu. Yeah. Because the Kung Fu, due to Bruce Lee, was big in the early 70s.
That's right.
Martial arts stuff. So they had that magazine. And had characters like Chiang Kai-shek, who's finally made it into the Marvel Universe movies.
That's it.
Has appeared. There's a Santa Claus cover. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So
just from this one book, I'm learning a lot about Nick Cardy, Dave. Of the width and breadth of what he's done.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to see some of this stuff, isn't it?
I saw Witching Hour while I was looking. I saw Witching Hour up on eBay #1, which I have a #1 here. It's not mine, unfortunately, but it was like a 4.0, a lower condition one, and they wanted like $140 for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at the black and white and the white, the line of that, you know, the line weights and everything, how they balance everything out with what they draw. With the inking is a very, very, you know, important part of creating the image to be reproduced and mass printed.
It certainly is.
Looks like a concert scene there on the other page.
Oh, hang on. It's it's a quiet panel of Carmen Infantino's pencils with Nick's inks from Teen Titans #30. So it was called Some Call It Noise.
So, Carmen Infantino, who did the Flash and many other things, did the pencil, but with Nick Cardy, and I can see Nick Cardy in it.
Yeah,
I can see very little, you know, Carmen Infantino in it.
Mm-hmm.
Because Nick Cardy was such a strong artist himself. When he inked things, you could tell it was Nick Cardy inks.
That's right.
He was kind of like Tom Palmer that we talked about earlier this year, who sadly just passed away.
And now we're into.
You can tell Tom Palmer inks when you see
we're
them.
into a movie poster, I believe.
Okay. The Mighty, let's see, The Night They Robbed Big Bertha's. Wow. I've not even heard of that movie. Of course, during the 70s, they had some wild movies. Huh?
They sure did.
Yeah. That in the van. Is that the Bad News Bears? What is that?
Yeah, the bad.
That's exactly what that is. Bad News Bears breaking training.
I went to see the Bad News Bears at the movies.
That's the next movie. It's Bad News Bears breaking training.
Snow White, or is that something else?
Looks like Snow White. The New Adventures of Snow White. She looks like she's a bit of a ho-ho.
Yeah, the New Adventures. That's the one.
Don't think I've seen that one, but I do remember going to see the Bad News Bears. That was a good movie.
Bad News Bears breaking training is when they went to the Astrodome. and they played in the Astrodome. That was the second movie, and then they went, I think, to Japan in the third movie or something.
Oh yeah, they had sequels to that. It was so popular, didn't it? Yeah.
That particular image is from the second movie, though, the one where they're all in the van because they stole the van and went to the Astrodome.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's Sarah Palin, isn't it? It looks like Sarah Palin to me.
All right, I'm getting that.
Yeah, that's from 1975 layout for a movie about South African Boer War, apparently.
Okay.
That picture.
Did you win that war? Did the British win that war?
I don't know.
Did they slaughter the Zulu? Or was that the Zulu they were going up against?
It might have been.
There was a movie called Zulu, you know.
I think the Zulus won in the end.
Okay.
Right. Yeah,
Drove the British out. Poor British.
Cardy portfolio.
You know, I have to say condolences, Dave. Can I ask you a question? How has the death of the Queen affected you as a citizen of England?
Well, it was sad to hear she passed away, obviously, but
You
I'm
knew
not
it was kind of coming.
I'm not a big
eventually.
royal fan, but I must admit I had my suspicions that she'd not been so well over the past few months, to be honest.
Well, as long as you've been alive, she's been your queen, just about, right?
Has. Yeah, she has.
Yeah, because you were born in when? 1950 what?
54.
54. So she became queen in 53, right?
Yeah, I think it was
Dave's way older than me.
Way older.
It's all right. I'm not that much older than everybody else, am I?
No. As long as you can look and see somebody older than yourself, you're good.
Believe you me, I can see. I see plenty of people.
When you're the oldest man in the room, start to worry.
Dave just did that for me, see, because I was born in '63, so he's got me by like 9 years. So I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling young.
You got me by 2 years, Pops. Nearly 3. Because I was born at the end of '65. So that's Howard Cosell and Johnny Carson. Columbo looks like Columbo there.
Yeah, that's Columbo.
Yeah. It's a Harry Reasoner there on the end.
I'm a strange guy.
Really?
Yeah, I worry.
Archie Bunker. Oh, I see. And then Howard Clouseau is not Howard Clouseau, but so personalities of the day. It's not easy to do caricature and to make it look like them.
No, it's not.
To exaggerate features or something. And caricature is very hard, at least for me to do. It takes special artists to do that.
It's not easy.
Wow. Look at that. That looks like a photograph.
It does nearly. Yeah, that's drawn in pencils, that one, 1988.
Okay. So we know with Liza Minnelli there, I noticed.
Yeah.
Judy Garland's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That looks like a World War I doughboy.
Yeah, that's not sure who that's meant to be. Some
color. We're getting into some color stuff.
Yeah, we will be doing it.
Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Can't really tell what that is. Well. Oh, okay. Oh, now I think Nick Cardy, he did like some of the 60s westerns. I can't remember that character's name. He had a flower in his hat, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I want to say Sugarfoot or something like that. It was Cardy color portfolio. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he could do it all. I mean, war.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worked in a different types of medium. A lot of people just stick with pen and ink, pencil and ink, but looks like he branched out and did a lot of neat things. Can you imagine if you had like the handy crosswords? They're probably not you're probably not going to get one that survives hardly that's not done up. You know, somebody's going to do those crosswords, but
that's true.
he did a lot of those covers. It's amazing. I don't even know if you could research. You just about have to know his style, you know, to identify. See, a lot of that stuff looks so different than what I consider Nick Cardy, you know.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of prints in this book, as
when
you can
you
see.
get into different media, you know, where it's painting and stuff. That might be Gil Kane there with his mouth open, and some Titans covers and stuff.
No, that's Senator Everett M. Dirksen.
A politician. Makes sense.
Yeah, politician.
Yeah, he looks a lot like Gil Kane though, did in real life. Look at the colorful 60s covers. Now I would say Jack Adler probably colored every one of those. And yet nobody knows about Jack Adler hardly. He may even have hired Nick Cardy.
That's true.
Yeah, I've got that one where they're coming out of the book. I think I've got that Greatest Adventures too.
Have you?
That early Greatest Adventures with that magenta
Space Giant.
It's not in that great a shape, but it's I do have a copy of it.
Yeah, that Teen Titans was number 14.
Were they coming out of the book?
Yep.
Yeah.
Batlash.
Oh, Batlash. That's who I was trying to think. Yeah, Batlash. He's the one with the flower and the big hat. You know, tomahawk. Got some tomahawks. See, there's kind of a collision type cover. Death lurks in the trial of the ring. Teen Titans. Yeah. A lot of that coloring probably done by Jack Adler.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's what really, you know, Spectre. Look at that. Spectre. Oh, I had that one where Black Mantis has has Aquaman above him, and that look at that jagged Aquaman logo.
Yeah, I'll show you that.
You know,
again.
becomes a visual element where he's going to slam him down to his death on the rocks. All probably hand lettered by Nick Cardy.
Yeah, it's a good cover, that.
This is the foe or whatever, all hand lettered.
Well, that's Aquaman 42, and Nick Cardy said that this cover is a departure. The logo was placed at the bottom in the shape of stalagmites. The design is in the form of an inverted V, as if viewing from the inside of the Inferno.
You know how I learned the difference between stalagmite and stalactite?
No?
I just said stalagmite, make it up top. You know, I just played off the word might. What is that? Girls Romance. Okay. Little rounded logo there.
Hold up. Stalagmite fall on your freaking head, too.
Yeah, I didn't look at it that way.
That's true.
That's just how I kind of remembered, you know, which was on bottom, which was on top. Very nice. Yep. I mean, you're showing some of those Titan covers. Yeah, that one where he's going, stop, the police officer with his hand out. That's stop, you can't beat the law. Yeah. That's a classic Cardy cover. That
it is. Some good covers.
Aquaman. Yeah. He was drawing Aquaman when the Filmation cartoon was out.
Was he?
Yeah, in the 60s. And he was, you know, kind of probably got work because of that. I don't know. It's move this stuff while I'm sitting here. Yeah, he did a lot of covers in the early 60s. I mean, early 70s there, the 20 cent era. bunch of stuff he did for DC.
Can't believe how many covers are in this book.
Yeah, I mean, and the different, Tales of Unexpected, which later would become Unexpected. I think with issue 102. And the reason I know that is the Adler collection.
Right.
But because I'm more of a Marvel guy like you too, Dave. But yeah, some of the most iconic Superman action comics, maybe even some adventure comics covers back in the early 70s, especially, were done by Nick Cardy. He was a big go-to guy for covers back then.
Now we have some commissioned paintings, I believe, here.
Yeah, I mean, look at the talent, Look at that talent.
Amazing. And a nice release. 1981 in oils.
I want to show just briefly here some Doc Blalock. Look at that nice logo that he did for me on that splash page.
Yeah, that is nice. That is
really harkens back to some of those great logos that they had in Charlton Comics.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
And this is Pop's probably seen this, but was the first thing he did for me, and that's going to be in my ash can that I'm going to print up in a couple weeks.
Right, that's nice. Is that?
And he also did this logo. I wanted to show the logos off. That Doc did some nice logos for me, which I will be using again and again. Maybe. Here's one that he did. And of course, this will be up on the campaign when I launch it in March. Nice acrylic painting of my character that he drew for the story. But that nice logo up there.
Yeah.
Very nice. I just didn't know if Pops had seen those or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I had seen some of them, but not all of them.
Some of it, yeah. I mean, when he shows something, he shows like one panel. I'm like, hey man, I'll show you the whole page. Yeah. But he knocked it out of the park. I mean, come on.
Yeah, good, that, isn't it?
He really
loved
good.
He really real good.
He really.
Now he's going to have glasses tomorrow, and he'll be even better.
Yeah, I mean, he treated every panel as a work of art. That's what I heard. Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, the cabin is badass. Get up closer so we can see that cabin, the top panel. The top.
Okay. The top panel.
That is badass.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's Doc doing his art right there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Check that bottom panel out, where he's coming up out of the grave. Nice musculature, nice gray toning. Look in the back. He did the clouds. I mean, I haven't just sit and ogled at these. I really haven't. But the more I look at it, I'm like, wow. I'm almost scared to look at it. He put the house up here, in there.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It is.
Yeah, I haven't just even looked at these in depth. But that'll be going off to the printers here pretty soon. All right, Dave, a little bit longer, and then I've got to go get ready for my show, and then maybe have some breakfast.
Okay.
Oh, John Wayne, look at that. Nice portrait of John Wayne.
John Wayne there.
Does it say anything about that portrait?
It just says it was done in oil in 1989.
Okay, oil. Okay. And John Wayne, he may have '89 was the
89.
Duke. The Duke was dead by then,
Yeah, I guess he maybe just
so the
did it
Duke
from
never got to see that. Yeah,
a reference.
I'm sure he would have liked to had that portrait had he been living.
Yeah. Who's
I
that?
guess he did some political stuff too, right? He did some.
Yeah. Well,
That's
this is an early 1960s variation of Charles de Gaulle
Charles de
caricature.
Gaulle. Yeah, I recognize the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he did some political. I mean, you know, he did romance, political, Western, hero, horror. I mean, what else is there? You know,
Oh, yeah.
he did it. He did caricature. I mean,
Yeah.
very, very accomplished artist. Very accomplished artist. Working in different medium from oils to probably gouache, watercolor,
Yeah.
pencil, ink, you name it.
Mhm. Yeah, I think he's certainly done a variety of work over all these years.
Yeah. Oh, look at that ostrich. Wow. Yeah.
Mhm.
And did movie posters. Wow. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's from,
He did a little bit of it all. He was,
it was a poster layout for Nickelodeon drawn in pencil in 1976. That one?
that's nice. Just the way the feathers are going, and looks like Buster Keaton or somebody up in there.
A little bit.
Look at that. Just comedy. Look at that. Look at that. I wouldn't, you know, I might go, well, it might surprise me. I might look at that and go, well, that looks like Nick Cardy.
Well, that's an unused movie poster submission from California Suite in 1978. That one?
Yeah, not everything gets published, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
And the other one was the movie poster submission for Apocalypse Now.
Oh, really? Apocalypse Now. Okay, and
Yeah,
it wasn't
that one.
used. Wow.
Wasn't used.
I guess that's supposed to be Marlon Brando there.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. This is a movie poster for Meatballs Part 2 from 1984.
Meatballs. Now that so was that just a submission or was that used?
Yeah, it was used, I think, that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Meatballs with Bill Murray. I went to the theater a couple times to see that when it was out.
Yeah.
Comics were featured prominently in that, you know, in one scene in that movie, especially Marvel 2-in-1 issue 50 with John Byrne artwork.
Right.
The kid was showing you
another,
multiple pages of it in the movie. It was a fun movie. Meatballs was a fun movie.
That's another unused poster.
And what's that too? Is that Clue? What is that?
It says an unused movie poster submission for Serial. So I'm
For
not
what?
sure about that one. Serial, but I'm
Okay,
not sure
I
about
recognize
that
some of the actors. Looks like, yeah, he was good with getting the likenesses of people.
He was.
I mean, so good, man. You've expanded my consciousness on Nick Cardy. You know, I just pretty much know him from the comic books, but he did so much more. In his career, in his long career.
Yeah.
I'd still like to know when he passed away. Look at that for the Superman movie.
Yeah.
Iconic Christopher Reeves pointing to the sky. Almost like Babe Ruth pointing where he's going to hit the ball.
Yeah.
When you look at Nick Cardy, do you see any other influences on his work?
Other
artists, or
I'm not sure.
You know, he was kind of unique in his own way.
He was, actually.
with a unique style. But I
He
mean, look
was.
at that crowded scene, you know, with the Teen Titans and,
Yeah.
you know, every pose fairly dramatic. Hopefully he had fun along the way doing that stuff.
I mean, there's so many different pages in this book that I'm struggling to.
You know, if
find
I
stuff
had to
to
say
do
Nick
about.
Cardy and sum him up, I would say solid. He was
Yeah.
a solid artist, reliable artist, could do just about anything, and he always got his work in on time.
Hmm.
Yeah. Look at that. I think that was in another one.
Yeah, it might have been.
Yeah, earlier. Yeah. In one of the color covers she had.
Here's
Perhaps.
the Teen Titans full page for you.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. You know, I mean, comics were on a deadline, and he not only did the covers, he did the inside work, and yet he found time to do that. Of course, that's a Christmas cover.
It is.
But you know, you could go real lazy, but that's not lazy. Look
That's
at that.
not lazy.
That's pretty busy. Yeah.
Certainly is.
I mean, most artists would just love to be able to do what he did. Yeah. Look at that.
There's a sense of speed in that drawing.
Yeah. Speed lines.
Yeah. Plenty of speed lines.
Who needs Mongo? We've got that. Yeah, look at that. Wow.
There's that.
What is that from? What is that for?
That is 1974 detail from the cover of Secrets of Sinister House number 16.
Okay, Secrets of Sinister House. Some more of his horror stuff, yeah.
But
I don't think I have any Sinister House. If I do, maybe one issue, something like that. I tend to forget that title. I'm most familiar with House of Secrets and House of Mystery, which I have, and which is kind of in animation, in their DC animation. It's become kind of a character all into themselves.
I found a photo of Nick Cardy and his Ink Pot Award received at the 1998 San Diego Comic Con. I'll show you that.
Now, I think, okay, what year was that?
1998.
98, okay. Yeah, I mean, at conventions, if you're not the new hard artist, a lot of these older artists, they sit around, you know, they don't get a big draw, you know.
I'm just going to check when Nick Cardy passed away because I'm not sure.
Okay.
It's gonna have you anything left to show, Rex?
I'd kind of like to know, you know, when he passed away, just to kind of put it in frame of reference. You said he was born, I think, in 1920.
I'll be able to tell you in a second.
Okay. We'll wait on you, Dave.
Thanks, Rex.
Are you running out of air, Dave? I'm sorry, Dave. You have to die, Dave. I can't not let you.
I haven't shown you this book yet, have I?
Okay, well, you're going to have to wait on that one. We'll have to do that another time.
October the 20th, 1920 to November the 3rd, 2013.
2013.
So he got to, he lived to age 93.
93. Wow. Okay.
There we go. Yeah.
There you go. Pops got it. Yeah. November 3rd, the day after my birthday. Wow.
Yeah, November 3rd.
He died the day after my birthday.
Yeah, November 3rd, 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he just had turned whatever age, right? He
just turned 93.
He just turned 93. So, wow.
Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed this. I've got a bunch of Batman stuff. Of course, who doesn't if they collect comic books? So next week we'll do Batman.
Yeah, why not?
Just a character, you know, anything Batman.
Yeah, why not?
Because I've got some nice Batman production pieces. Some out of Brazil from Portugal that I guarantee you've not seen.
Okay.
And some other, I mean, I'll look and see some
Yeah.
Batman. I know we've featured some Batman, like when Neil Adams died, and
We did, but
were you a big Batman fan, Pops?
I was one of them people that was disappointed in his rogue gallery.
Yeah, really?
Well,
Wow.
I mean, only for one reason. Batman's the only hero that got knocked out by everybody, and not one of them took a knife to his throat.
Yeah.
He got knocked out by everybody.
It's
knocked
comic
out,
book
tied
logic.
Up,
yeah, and they never lifted the hood to see it was Bruce Wayne.
That's true.
Never dragged a knife across his throat while he was sleeping. Nothing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, what a bunch of weak.
Well, I mean, you're in the minority, though. I think most people say that Batman's got the greatest rogue gallery of all time.
I'm not talking about the characters. The characters are all cool, but they just all balked when the time came to handle their business.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this
well,
is
at least Bane broke his back, right?
This is one very special thing that I have.
Okay, is that a sketch cover?
Yeah, look at that. Is that badass?
That's nice.
Yeah, who did that?
Mauricio Alonso, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long have you had that one?
I've had it for a couple years. Then right after this book came out, when they were supposed to get married and whatnot.
Right.
The cover came out. They had the cowls on.
Ah.
Now,
So
did you
drew them without the
really
cowls
think
on.
that they were going to get married?
No, not at all.
No,
I knew
it was never going to happen, was it?
It was a money grab, man.
Yeah, it was a money grab. Yeah.
But he drew this without the cowls for me, and I thought that was pretty cool.
That is nice.
That is cool. Yeah.
I got a little bit of Batman stuff, not a lot.
Yeah.
I got one of them old showcase editions.
Oh, yeah.
And you read it, and it's like every single issue, Batman got knocked out. How did he live through this book?
Yeah. True. Yeah.
I
You
just
gotta it's comic book logic, That's all
Yeah.
It's comic book logic. So we'll do Batman.
I mean, if they kill him off, I understand. Then there won't be a Batman no more. But
maybe we'll kill him off next week. At least Graham Nolan's character Bane broke his back, right? So props to Graham Nolan and
I mean, he wasn't afraid to
Chuck
go there,
Dixon
right?
for writing a character that could at least put Batman over his knee, not spank him, but break his back.
Yeah, he wasn't afraid to go there. Somebody needs to put this guy out. Somebody.
When I'm on the show offs and Pops is around, I need to wear my Western hat. Or two. This is one of three I have. But.
Oh, I love it. Very nice, Rex. Very nice.
Oh,
Hat Club, baby.
Nice.
Hat Club for life. You know what I'm talking about. As always, you guys, great show. So just Batman next week, right?
Yeah.
Batman. Anything Batman. Yeah.
Anything Batman.
We'll come up with some good items for Batman.
All right.
I know there's a bunch of Batman fans out there.
Yeah. It's about
I've never quite got it, but I wish they would play up more of the detective side of Batman. And a lot of people said that this movie, the new Batman, I did see it. I think maybe with a friend or something. I don't own it, but it was weak. He was behind. He had other people like Commissioner Gordon and other people telling him the clues. He was clueless. The new Batman sucked, in my opinion. Now, some people said it was good, but I don't see it. I would rather go watch Twilight.
The last good movie I watched of that type of movie was Venom, and that's because I knew going in it didn't have nothing to do with Spider-Man, so I wasn't freaked out by him not having nothing to do with the movie. It was fun, it was enjoyable. Time to eat, Eddie. It was fucking fun.
Let's face it, Sony is doing a better job with Spider-Man movies and the Venom movies. Now they kind of let it down on the Morbius movie, I hear, but they're doing better movies than what Disney is.
It's got to be something I'm interested in. Morbius. I was like,
yeah. I mean, Morbius. That's kind of a fringe character.
Yeah.
But he was the first, character Marvel character I was introduced with. But to me, he was there was no Spider-Man in that little portion that they put in the vampire book. He was just another vampire for me. But that introduced me to Gil Kane's artwork.
Right.
Yeah. Gil Kane's awesome. Now Vic don't like him, but I like me some good Gil Kane.
Well, I have an
and
artist
I'm liking
edition.
Nick Cardy a lot better after today's show too.
Yeah. Well, I have an artist edition of Gil Kane, so we can look at that sometime too.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've already done Gil Kane.
We have.
Yeah, but we can do him
plenty
again.
more. Plenty more.
Yeah,
He's
plenty
like,
more for
look,
you.
look. He's like,
I've got to look all this stuff up.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you got it all in one
some
hefty
new
book.
I made a couple of new cool little things for you guys for you guys, just because I was sitting in the background not doing anything. So look forward to next week, gentlemen.
Yeah.
I have a huge week coming up, man. I got like 14 shows this week on the network.
Wow.
It's growing. It's growing.
That's a
And
few
Rex,
shows.
Dave, you guys were ground floor, man. You guys had a show before we were thinking about doing a network here. So,
no, that's true.
I mean, you guys have had a show here for a while, so it was kind of prophetic.
Yeah,
You guys
3-4
jumped in when you
months. I
did.
don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be 3 or 4 months now, Rex, isn't it? Pops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's gotta be.
the people that are in on the ground floor will get some bonus later on. Count on it,
Cha-ching.
You see what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, hey, we get to the point where Jeremy wants us to get to, which is having our own Roku channel with 24-hour programming.
Wow.
That's ad revenue for people and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's ways to make money there. So, like I say, you guys ground floor.
Cool.
Y'all have a great night.
I'll see you Tuesday.
LCG. Hell Pops.
I'll see you Tuesday night, Rex, if
Hello,
you'd like
Dave.
me to come on your show again.
Absolutely.
Rex and Dave, you guys.
We'll talk some
Yeah.
Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Rex and Dave, you guys check them out every week. Go check them out on Rex's channel too.
Yeah.
Dave, I see Dave hanging out over there. So
I shall be there
every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Doctor Who Tuesday.
Cool.
I'll see you Tuesday, Rex.
Okay.
Thank you, my friends. We're gonna go out of here. 6-gun gorilla.
Brian Christgau, your book, 6-Gun Gorilla, is excellent. 6-Gun Gorilla, awesome. Awesome comic book.
We've all heard the stories. We've all heard the legends. Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, Billy the Kid. But there's a secret history to the Old West. One that seems too strange to be true, but, well, we all know what they say about the truth. Very big ape, very big guns, blowing very big holes, very bad people. I think the world is finally ready to hear the story of the strangest, the most startling Western hero of them all. Six-Gun Gorilla. Long days of vengeance.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, after Apocalypse.
How do you end this thing? How do you put the where's the brakes on this bus? I forgot.
Jazz hands. Jazz hands are done.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we